I'm about to get called to warm up and all that sort of stuff. I've got to, you know what I mean?
Let's wrap up.
I also need a wee.
Thanks.
That's all right. I just, these things are better shared.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah.
Welcome to Buckets and Bubbles.
Hello.
I know, a bit subdued, Mike, because by the magic of theatre, we are backstage here at Chadderton during the Christmas show, but there we go.
Yeah.
Less said about that, the better at the moment. Not that it's going badly, it's going very well, but that's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
Why is it called Buckets and Bubbles?
Oh, shit. It's called Buckets and Bubbles because there's buckets of potential that evaporate into the air like a child's party. I've not Googled it, so that's just come straight on top of my head.
I like it. I like the buckets of optimism that have evaporated into the bubbles
pretty
flying
much,
around the London Stadium.
Yeah, pretty much kind of, and just like my dreams, they fade and die.
Oh no! Yeah, but it's a long season, Mike. It's a very,
we're nearly
very long
halfway
season.
through it.
Well, I was looking at that the other day, and I was just thinking, actually, we are nearly halfway through it. I mean, it's crackers, isn't it?
I mean, bottom three of Christmas, it's not a pleasant place to be.
You've been there before, though.
We've been there before, and the same person. No, it's not the same person. I was going to say the same person seems to be linked with us for this but that would we were slightly higher up at that point. I'm thinking of Jesse Lingard essentially when he came in January. And he's the 33-year-old Jesse Lingard, fresh from his spelling career, is linked with us this week. So that's thrilling.
Okay, how are you feeling about that?
I mean, to be fair, I'd like him to go get fucked. Like,
I mean, we don't wish him any ill.
No. I mean, personally, I'm sure he's fine. The thing, and do you know what? He'll come and do a job because he's very good and he's still very good.
You think he's actually coming?
I don't think he's coming. I think he's going to go. Oh, right. He's going to go Everton or somewhere like that.
Fulkrug's off though, isn't he?
Yeah, AC Milan. So he's actually there now, as we record
Milan?
this. He's in AC Milan. Well, he's not.
Right.
Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah. All done and dusted.
How's that happened?
Well, somebody from their club contacted his agent, and then.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but he absolutely, like he did not so long ago. We spoke about it where he was just like, do you know what, I want to go, and West Ham have gone, all right, as long as we're getting his money out of you, then see you later. And it looks like AC Milan have done it.
Get yourself off.
Yeah, see ya.
Get yourself off. Fair enough. Should we do some social media?
All right, yeah.
Let's start with League. We'll start with Stach.
What a man, Stach, this week. Yeah.
Because we'll talk about him in a minute. But he's gone full Breaking Bad this week. Actually, I'm looking a bit Breaking Bad myself today.
Yeah, I'm going to say the Cagoule on and that. Is it Cagoule?
It's got. Well, it's I don't know. Yeah, it's got that. I've got that sort of vibe, though, haven't I?
I mean, anyway, like you're going to wield an axe and murder some teenagers who are, at spring break.
It's Christmas show. You never know. But yeah, he's gone full Breaking Bad. I like that. Leeds United, Crystal Palace, the U and the PA. Very nice.
Crystal, get it? Yeah, nice.
Well, but the thing is, the drug theme's there again, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's there every week. It's absolutely there.
Yeah.
And loads of money in the background because he's probably got a few quid. I would have thought. Well done to his fiancée on that one.
Yep.
Leeds went quite simple. It's a little like a photo album of some of the games from the past. But I quite like that. That's quite nice. Pirro was at it.
Number 10. Come on.
Yeah. He's at it. I'm just trying to get through, bless him. But that's really simple. But he's got the most gormless expression on his face. It's like, who chose that? He can't have chosen that picture himself. He can't have done. I mean, he looks gormless. It's, I don't know. Anyway, there he was.
That kid off 5 is not getting repeat commission.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
But other than that, not a lot of excitement on the Leeds front. You, however, oddballs, your new lucky undies.
Yeah, they've gone from oddballs. They used to do a promotion with one of the other YouTube channels, Hammers Chat, and they used to do like a range of boxers, West Ham boxers, and then they've just binned them off and gone straight to Source.
Yeah, fallen out with them.
Yeah.
Said, no, don't need to do that anymore. I'm just going to go straight to oddballs.
Just go straight to
So,
club, yeah.
So that's quite nice. Have you ordered a pair of them for Christmas?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't know. I do you know, up until relatively recently, I used to buy a shirt every year, and I wouldn't
It's
buy.
easy for you to say that, isn't it? Relatively recently.
Relatively recently. But I always used to wait until end of season and get it on cheap. And do you know what? It's like they're not very cheap end of season. So the last 5 years I've not bothered. But like I think last one I got were the teal and gold away shirt. I quite like an away shirt. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, away shirts are usually better, aren't they?
Yeah.
Usually better. What else have you done? Around the world again. We've got Tokyo, Bangkok.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we had last time. Abu Dhabi, Mexico City. Not sure who's watching from there, but maybe they are.
Yeah.
Maybe they are.
Happenstance.
Could be. Yeah, you went a bit boring. Man City versus West Ham. Lots of snow. Is it Jared Bowen on the front? I don't even know who that is. Yeah, it's Bowen. Yeah. Ariola, your top assister in the background there.
Yeah. Do you know when he played Fulham, he got their player of the season. He did a season on loan there before he came to us, and he got their player at season. And it's like,
Well, there you go.
fair enough.
How many assists did he have that season?
I don't think
About 12.
I think he's beat his record. To be fair,
Is his nickname the Fonz?
that's I think what he's called at the club. Yeah, I think the players all call him Fonz.
Yeah.
Alfonso
Yeah, 'cause
Areola.
I was going to say your YTS has been at it again. It looks like they've sort of sneaked into his wardrobe there, which is a bit odd.
Yeah, just looking through doors. Like some
that's
husband.
yeah. Maybe that's where they keep him. I don't know,
Yeah.
or her, or they. Who
Yeah.
knows? And I think that's sort of it. Apart from your social media, which started with a 3-2. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was
then-
down for that. I was down for that. I thought, do you know what? We've done it. We've beaten before. I mean, it took penalties and it didn't League Cup, but we've done it.
Yeah. But 2-3 victory at City. Interesting.
There's not many who goes there and gets that, but I thought, do you know what?
No.
It's time. It's time, and it really wasn't.
No.
No.
Because that was succeeded by fuck's sake 3-0.
Yeah. Pretty much. Kind of. When did he score? Something like 9 minutes or something. I was like, yeah, that's it. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah. I knew it went over.
Yeah. And you mentioned I need to go back to staff again. Yeah. Because he obviously had a good game, and then we had a peacock and the Merry Christmas on his socials, and then we had this, which is a shark tornado. I don't really know. I don't know if that's is it a gaming reference? I'm nearly
it's
50, Mike.
the Sharknado franchise.
What's Sharknado?
It's where like tornadoes in America.
I know what a tornado is. Yeah.
It's the idea of a tornado picks up a bunch of animals. Famously, it's usually frogs. In this case, it's sharks. And this tornado full of sharks goes through Midwest America, terrorising Z-list actors who, for some reason, can only get work after being cancelled, like Kevin Sorbo and all those. Dean Cain.
So hang on, just to be clear, as I walk through the plane space, just to be clear, is this a game?
No,
what is this?
It's a series of films that would, in the old days, we'd go, oh, it's straight to video, but like everything's straight to video these days, and that's not a bad thing. I'd love to make some of that went straight to video, but it's an old B movie. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Well,
Are you in the wings now?
I've shifted. Yeah, I've had to shift. So this is a little bit of backstage.
Yeah.
Someone's about to vacuum the carpets, so I just moved. So yeah, but there's a bit more light back here.
Yeah,
also,
it's quite nice.
Sharknado. That's what that is. It's a movie franchise. Never heard of it.
Tara Reid, who's famously the anchor of that. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So he did that, and fair play to him. That's about it for social media. Shall I do Leeds quickly?
Shall I do West Ham quickly? Because it was.
Go on then.
We went to Manchester City. They started a reasonably decent side. We started what we thought was our reasonably decent side. We went 3 at the back. Walker Peters come in, and Scars, as I said last time. That same midfield: Magassa, Potts, Fernandez, Somerville, Paqueta, Bowen. I think Paqueta was pathetic. Didn't show any
Paqueta was what?
pathetic.
All right. Is that what
Pathetic
you actually
Paqueta.
said, or did you say the pathetic?
I think I tried to say it normally. I might not have succeeded, but
It
yeah,
might have been the line. I don't know.
I think pretty much every single person who started, and I'll even include. I think Potts get on the finalysis. Potts gets a higher score than most, but I think that's just because he's an academy kid and nobody feels like giving him an hard time. But everybody were crap compared to some of them put more effort in than others. I think Paqueta didn't. I don't think Kilman really expressed himself as well as he could. We were absolutely just outclassed, outpaced, outsmarted in every single department, and there's not a single player on that pitch who had the capability to change the game and to get anything in our favour. There were fits and starts. There were little bits that you kind of go, yeah, that's all right, but we were never getting out. We were never. I don't even think Man City honestly spent more than 30 minutes of that game in top gear. I think once they'd kind of got a couple ahead, they just were it could have been a cricket score, that, absolutely. The substitutions came, let's have a look, 79, Guido Rodriguez, Christian Wilson, Callum Wilson, Souček, Mavropanos, all came on just to essentially stop us getting absolutely done in the last 10 minutes. Scales came off a bit earlier, but yeah, absolute. But then, what do you expect going away? I mean, I know I said we were going to win 3-2. It was slightly tongue-in-cheek, but, going away to a team like Man City who have just won everything and continue to do so, and we are a bottom 3 team. This absolutely cemented it for me that we are genuinely relegation fodder, and it's.
Yeah, but hang on, because you're in a similar situation that we were in a few weeks ago, which was your season is not going to be defined by the game away at Man City in the same way as neither was ours. No. And I think that you still have to play everybody around you.
Yeah,
but you just don't.
And that's a really sensible and pragmatic way of looking at it. It's one of those. Yeah, you're welcome. It's one of those where when I say like this is the game where I feel like it sealed our relegation. This is the point where I believe. Like before, I was kind of like, yeah, we're down, but we'll get out. It's easy. I didn't really believe we were candidates. After this, I was like, oh, and it's the point of the season. I think if this game had been in 3 weeks' time, had we just beaten Wolves and Fulham and whatever. I don't think I'd feel the same, but I think it's the point of going into Christmas in the bottom 3, and having just an idea of technically where we are, and I feel like especially before the transfer window opens, because looking at some of the targets, Adama Traore, Cresswell.
My worry is, and this is, and it's not only a worry for you. I think it's a worry for us as well. They feel like. All the players that you end up being linked with feel a bit like journeymen. Yeah. A bit like sort of, are they actually, Calvert-Lewin, we'll talk about him later, but that's a really good example of it, which happens to be working at the minute, which we'll come to. But there is a hell of a gamble, even with a Traore. I know he's got experience, but it still feels like journeyman type stuff.
Yeah. And I think there's, like Traore specifically, I think the thing which attracts me to that signing is the way that he plays a lot like peak Antonio. So he's there to occupy defenders and create space for other people. And I think we've got the players who can be those other people. Bowen, Callum Wilson, Ed Somerville, are all really good at kind of, technically being in the box and taking opportunities, blah, blah, blah. Although Somerville, I think, has got some weird record of no goals or assists in the longest time or something like that. But, there's potential. And I feel like we're missing that. Our defenders aren't capable of doing that. So Kilman can't do it, Todibo can't do it, Mavropanos can't do it. I think Cresswell coming in, I think he's somebody who aerially, he's really good looking at his stats, and we lack that. And as someone like Cresswell and Traore, given a corner or a long throw up in their end, potentially has the ability to create enough of a fuss to allow Wilson and Bowen and Paqueta to Mateus, Fernandez to have a bash and maybe convert some of these chances.
In many respects, it was very similar to us before Farke changed to that 2 up top. That we would, I've said to you a few times, we were just soft, just didn't have
too
enough
nice
bite about us. Whereas I think we have now. We've just found something. How long it'll last, who knows? Yeah, it's a tricky one. But it's still, I would still think that he's going into that dressing room and saying, look, it's still in our hands, this. You know, nobody is cut adrift yet.
No.
The season is not... Who have you got next?
Fulham at home, Brighton at home,
Right.
Wolves away.
Right.
Yeah.
So of those three, you've got to get 6 points from
Yeah,
those.
yeah. I
those-
mean, 7
And the thing is,
would be perfect. You know, 2
but
wins
you
in a
get
draw.
you get 6 points from them. You beat Fulham, you beat Wolves, and it's a different. You know,
Yeah.
you're back in touch.
Well, if
and
Leeds
they're
do
the-
both.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
but the point is, when you're down there, you're not going to win. I know we've been on a decent run, but you're down there for a reason. You've got to beat the teams around you,
Yeah.
or at least not lose to them.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's you know, short and sweet this week from me because you know there's not really much you can talk about.
Yeah,
so,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm going to be quite short and sweet as well, to be honest.
Just go
Because-
way for a minute.
Yeah, you know, it's an interesting one because the game kicked off, and that's when I was on stage, and as it happens, I won't go into details, but there was a bit of an accident, and we had to stop the show, which was a shame for everybody. But what it did mean was that I got home to watch the second half, so I listened to a lot of the first half on the way home, and then and we were good. Yeah, I mean the thing is that we caught Crystal Palace at a good time. You know, they had I think 3 games in 8 days, and although they changed the entire team, but I'm going to give the credit to Farke because essentially what he did was he did a bit of he almost said to people, "You've been telling me that I'm not very good tactically," and so he did this thing where we all thought it was 3 at the back, you know, a back 5 or a midfield and two up front, which it sort of was, but in possession, we were essentially 4-4-2. And you'll see, I'll put it up, Rodon's heat map. He basically played as a winger, and he was in you know the right-hand side of a back 3, and he was popping up everywhere. He was having shots. I think he took a shot that got deflected for the corner, which sort of led to the first goal. And then when we were out of possession, we went to a back 3, and I thought it worked really well. I think it surprised. It surprised Crystal Palace. They couldn't deal with it. Aronson came into midfield for Tanaka, and Aronson was everywhere. He was basically told, get in there as a number 8 and just run around and be a nuisance. Yeah. And he's good at that. He is good at that stuff. So you know, look, I thought we were really good. We took our chances. I don't care about long throws and long balls, and if they go in, I don't give a shit. And Calvert-Lewin certainly doesn't. He scored 2. I mean, the second one was... The thing is, so I'll put it... I don't know if you've seen it, so I'll put it up, but his 7 goals from where they are in the box, basically, there's one that was a penalty, which is on the penalty spot, and then there's a complete straight line towards the goal, where every single goal of his has been scored from. And it's like, it's unbelievable. But he's obviously, when he's in that sort of form, that's why he played for England, because everybody knows what he's doing. They know where he is. They just can't stop him at the moment. And fair play to him. Long may that continue. But they're talking about him for England.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hang on a minute. Hang on. Just hang on. Let's talk about getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
Or is that the fact that we just haven't got anybody playing for England who can substitute really for Harry Kane?
Yeah.
But I hope he's on the plane because he scored 2 goals. Ampadu scored, for God's sake. I mean, it was like, Amps never scores. It's his first goal in the Premier League, I believe.
Yeah, I think that when I watched it on Match of the Day, I think that would definitely the big talking point.
Yeah, and then they offered nothing until the last 10 minutes, and they really went for us. And then they scored. Well, they got the penalty, which was undoubtedly a penalty. Took him. I mean, like poleaxed him. It was WWE. And then they hit the post, which they should have scored, and that would have made it really, that would have been 3-2, and we'd have been really shaky at that point. But then we went down the other side, thought we had a penalty. It was outside the box as it happened. Stack stepped up.
Beauty.
Back of the net.
Absolute beauty.
Yeah.
Reminded me of a I was going to say a young Dimitri Payet, but I don't know how old Stack is.
I think he's probably younger.
Yeah.
He's in his mid-20s,
I mean, Payet was 28, I think, when he had his peak season wheels, so yeah.
So yeah, that's about it. I'm over the moon.
Yeah.
What's my stinker? I don't even think I've got a stinker. Nah, no. I'm going to take the happiness while it's here.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you want a minute?
Yeah, go on.
Give us a minute on Calvert-Lewin's record at the World Cup. As in potential.
Potential record?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. So in the group games, if we're two goals up, comfortable, which we never are in the group stages, by the way. But if we are, you can see Harry Kane coming off, Dominic Calvert-Lewin coming on, last 10, 15 minutes, popping up with a goal. He could easily score 4 goals for England, I reckon, assuming that Thomas wants to play a little bit longer, because that's what he needs. He needs balls going into the box, get that long throw going. He will, given, as we are proving, given the service, he'll get in there and he will score. And he's got experience of it. It's not like he's never scored for England before. He has. Do I think he'll be on the plane? No, I don't. I sort of hope for him that he is, but for Leeds, I'm thinking I just want him fit, because we need him fit. We're going to struggle without him. But he's going to get 4 goals.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have that. Going into 66, I know I bang on about this a lot. Going into 66.
The World Cup that you won.
Yeah. Jimmy Greaves was the informed striker.
Correct.
Gets injured. Jeff Hurst steps in. Wins the whole thing.
Rest is history.
Yeah. So, those substitutes sometimes can be decent.
It could happen.
Yeah.
But having said that, if Harry Kane does get injured, and I know his injury record is really good, if he does, England are and not that I give a shit about international football, but England are pretty screwed.
Yeah.
Especially the way that we play. Which 3 players, apart from Fulkrug, are you going to lose in January?
So we're going to sell Kilman, and we're going to replace him with Cresswell. We're going to sell Guido Rodriguez. In fact, we're going to give him away. I don't think we'll get any money for him. Right. With those wages, that's a damn Traore. Because I think Guido's on big wages. And then, who would be the third? Paqueta. That's the one, yeah.
Okay.
All day long, Paqueta. And he's going to fund a striker.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I think. So, what did I say?
Yeah.
Kilman, Guido Rodriguez, Paqueta. That'll do.
All right.
Yeah.
So let me just get this straight. So you're saying that of your front 3, your most valuable assets, you're only going to lose one of them.
And then we're going to replace them with 2, with Adama Traore and then another striker.
How much confident have you got in your board to do that?
Absolute 0. Because they are terrible. Daniel Kretinsky, who is our second largest stakeholder, has apparently entered the foray, whatever. He's entered.
What, putting himself up as a striker?
No, putting himself up as somebody who can actually do the business of transfer windows, because David Sullivan has proved himself to be atrocious every single time and cannot wrestle that away from him. He always has to do it. He thinks of himself as, he plays Football Manager and he thinks he's brilliant, and he's just a moron.
But we've got, I can't remember, I think it might be Liverpool actually. Yeah. I think our next 3 games, without looking, I think are Sunderland, Manchester United and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Now we could quite easily lose all 3 of those games. So suddenly, that 6-point gap could look like no gap at all.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Come 1st of February, this will be an entirely different conversation, I imagine. Hopefully with Forest in the bottom 3, but never mind. I don't really hate Forest. I just out of those 3 teams, that's the one I'd prefer to go down. I think.
And anybody other than you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, it gives us an excuse for like another year of this podcast. If we're both in the same league.
Well, we'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
Yeah.
I'm about to get called to warm up and all that sort of stuff. I've got to, you know what I mean?
Let's wrap up.
I also need a wee.
Thanks.
That's all right. I just, these things are better shared.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cook some meth and make an evening
Yeah,
of it.
entertain the good folks who's paid their hard-earned money to come see you. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
nice
I
one.
shall do my very best.
Well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. And we'll see you possibly in the midst of the transfer window when we're just going to rabbit on about all sorts for the longest time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have a good Christmas and New Year.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Adios.
Merry Christmas. Bye.